Hello, good morning, afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my channel. She doesn't fall in love with how good you look or how smooth you talk. She doesn't fall in love with who you pretend to be in the beginning. She falls in love when you do the one thing most men are afraid to do: break her, not by hurting her, not by betraying her trust, but by breaking down the emotional walls that she spent her whole life building. Walls made of pain, rejection, disappointment, and the fear that love always leaves. She will only love you, truly, completely, deeply, if you have the courage to step through the fire of her defenses and say, "I see you, I'm still here, I'm not leaving." She won't give you her heart the moment you show up. She'll test you, not because she's playing games, but because life taught her that not everyone who enters stays. She's learned that trust is not given, it's earned in the smallest moments. She wants to know if you'll stay when she's quiet, when she's distant, when she's difficult. Will you walk away when she shuts down, or will you gently wait until she opens back up? She needs proof that your love won't fade when things stop being perfect. If you can stand still while she figures out whether you're safe, and that's when her love begins to unfold. There are parts of her you won't meet right away. You'll meet her smile before you meet her pain. You'll meet her confidence before you meet her doubts. You'll meet her independence before you meet the loneliness that hides behind it. Most men never get past the surface because they aren't willing to stay long enough for her to open those deeper doors. But if you do, if you show up with patience, if you listen without trying to fix, if you hold her while she's falling apart without needing her to be okay all the time, then she'll give you access to something sacred: her truth. Love doesn't grow in perfection. It grows in the cracks, in the nights when she doesn't feel enough, in the mornings when her anxiety kicks in the arguments that test your emotional maturity. She will love you if you can love her in her mess, not just in her beauty. She's not looking for a fantasy. She wants real. And real love happens when two imperfect people make a decision to stay, to communicate, to learn each other and know the storms, not just in the sunshine. She's tired of being the strong one. She's tired of always holding it together. She will love you more if she can be soft with you, not because she's weak, but because she finally feels safe enough to put her guard down. When you show her that you can hold her heart with care, that you won't use her vulnerabilities against her, that you can be strong for her when she's exhausted, that's when she begins to let go. She will lean into you when she knows you won't let her fall. Words won't impress her anymore. She's heard them all. What she wants is proof. She's watching how you treat her when no one's watching, how you speak to her when she's not at her best, how you react when she challenges you. She's not looking for someone who says the right things. She's looking for someone who does the right things even when it's hard. The way you choose her every day, the way you stay emotionally present, the way you make her feel protected, that's what builds her trust. And that's what makes her love grow. She will love you if you love the parts of her that she hides. The childhood wounds, the self-doubt, the fear of being too much or not enough. If you can look at all of that and still say, "You are worthy," you begin to heal her in ways no one ever could. She doesn't need you to fix her. She needs you to walk beside her, to believe in her even when she's unsure of herself. When you love the sides of her she's ashamed of, you help her love herself again. That is rare, and that is powerful. She doesn't want a man who controls her. She wants a man who pushes her forward, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Someone who doesn't let her settle for average, who challenges her to face her fears, who speaks with honesty, even when it's uncomfortable. If you can show her a mirror and still hold her hand while she grows, she'll stay, because you're not just her partner. You become her catalyst. There will be times when she's silent, when she's overwhelmed, overthinking, or simply needs space. If you can respect that without pulling away or demanding answers, if you can sit with her through the quiet and let her come back to you on her terms, she will trust you more than anyone. Most people disappear when they can't get what they want. But if you wait, if you hold space without pressure, she'll know your love is rooted in presence, not control. And above all, She will love you if you see her soul. Not just her body, not just her achievements, but the essence of who she is. The girl behind the woman. The fire behind the calm. She wants someone who doesn't just look at her. She wants someone who sees her, who listens with more than ears, who pays attention to the energy behind her words. When she feels truly seen, not judged, not controlled, that's when she gives herself completely. That's when her love becomes eternal. So if you're wondering how to win her heart, it's not about playing the game. It's about showing up. Raw, real, consistent. She doesn't need a prince. She needs a partner. She doesn't want to be chased. She wants to be understood. Break her walls, not her spirit. Break the cycle of temporary love. Break through the silence with presence. Break the pattern by being different from every man who came before. And when she sees that you're not afraid to see her fully, when she realizes you're not intimidated by her depth, her strength, or her softness, she will love you with a kind of loyalty, fire, and softness that most men only ever dream of. Because you didn't just love the parts of her that were easy, you dared to love the parts of her that were hidden. And that kind of love, it's unforgettable.